I'm working on that hull breaker. Let's pause it for a minute. So everybody's fighting here. I could flank here if I wanted to. I have ult, I have radiant. But when you're in a situation like this, when you get the supers, you're better off just putting the pressure and ending the game. You're just better off. So you can see that they're spreading out here because they know they gotta defend. So I'm gonna try to get a hold of her, and I'm actually gonna ult. If I kill her, it's the end of the game. If I get her, I ignite her, and then I'm gonna ult over. Boom, she blocks, she can't go anywhere, she gets killed by my teammate. And I got all the healing with radiant. I'm just gonna, you know, lay the smackdown on everybody. Get the mid inhibitor, it's over. So I'm assuming you might demolish. Get this ashes. Demolish that tower. Riven's dead. They're both dead. Game over, just like that. Double kill. Welcome back to another Shrine Breaker video. We're going to be talking about the Dance Breaker playstyle that I'm developing. I have not put it in my guide yet, but I have done a video once on it, but I'm going to do it again. It's one of my favorites of all time. One of my favorite ways to play Volibear. It's unlike anything of my other Shinebreaker builds. Usually I go Titanic, Hullbreaker, you know, all that. I do eventually, but this one's different. This one's unique. If you want to feel like a raid boss or like a beast, this is it. And when you get a matchup like this versus Riven, no divine in the game, this is the matchup that Volibear thrives on. But the first thing I want to mention is this Lux right here. I want to put her on the spotlight in this video. Everybody take a good look at this champion right here, this player in particular. I normally don't do this, but in this game, this player just tilts, and I don't know what. I mean, obviously she's not even a part of this whole invasion thing. I don't know what she's doing, but like she tilts over the mid laner, over one person in our game. and just like constantly typing and being toxic, and I'm just trying to hold it together. I'm trying to keep everybody, you know, sane and not just FF over, you know, 10 minutes of a game. It's still early, you know. You got to give everybody time to, you know, scale and whatnot. And she was just being toxic and negative and all that shit. So you're gonna see a lot of weird shit in this game because of this player tilting over mid lane. But anyway, we're gonna move on. So basically, this playstyle is called a Dance Breaker, and what we're doing here is we're starting with a Sunfire rush into a Warmog. Okay, so why I call that the Dance Breaker is because with Warmog, you can regenerate. So what you want to do is you want to walk up to the enemy's wave with Sunfire and just dance on it. And you want to turn off auto attack. You don't want to attack the wave. You just let Sunfire burn the wave down. And then Warmog's just going to regenerate your health back up. So you can constantly stay in lane and just dance on the wave. But we're going to do a little bit of dancing in this game. Unfortunately, I had to step it up for my teammates, especially with this tilted Lux, and try to win the game. So with Riven here, we're starting with W, and we're actually going Ruby and 2 potions here instead of the Dwayne's Ring. So what we're doing is we have Presence of Mind to keep our mana up. So all we're doing is W. We're just going to W. She's going to get the level 2 like that, so we're just going to back off here, use our potion, and just chill. And the reason why we're starting with the Ruby is obviously Volibear's got some buffs on his W, but rushing into Bambi, alright, we got melts going here for no reason, but that's okay, as long as he doesn't feed. Now, I can understand if Mouse is having a hard time or if he's just a bad player in general. I can understand that, but like you cannot tilt over one player. Okay, you can play with four other players on the team here. So you got the ignite. I'm just gonna walk into my wave here, get my other W off. There we go. It was a very close fight, but I'm glad that we won that. That's gonna give us the gold to get Bambi, because Bambi's expensive, 1,000 for it, so that's why I started with the Ruby. I think it's 600. Yeah, so we'll be able to get that when we go back, and then what we want to do is rush Warmog. So we have the Bambi, and the Bambi scales off health, so Warmog's the best item for it. So you get that, and you're gonna have so much regeneration sustained with a bracer. So right now we have a refillable, so that adds to the sustain. And these runes alone, Graps gives you sustain, your W that you're maxing gives you sustain, and then the second wind is very important on Volibear, because in between the cooldown time of your W, you're regenerating some health in between when you're making trades and all that. And presence of mind is important here because you're constantly spamming your W and you want to keep your mana up. So this is not really an on-hit build, it's just a W type build, sustain build. And that's one of the reasons why we're not so worried about attack speed here in this case. We do have some in the rune stats, which is fine. I do think, some attack speed is important here, especially in the early game here when you're farming. But we got some health in there, and we also got overgrowth. The more health you have, the more damage you're going to deal with Sunfire, especially during the time of your ult. W on her. She took a lot of damage there. Got the other W. There's nothing she can do here. I could easily just chill here. She might be forced to recall there. I could push the wave here. She doesn't have teleport. Try to get a plate here. Unfortunately, the jungler is coming this way, so I actually wanted to go for a dive here. Got a flash out of the Ike. Unlucky, I got the ignite. All I needed is one W. Unfortunately, the jungler stopped me. But that's a free dragon, so I signaled that. Hopefully they can get that. Most likely won't. It's a close fight. Alright, so now we got the bracer, which gives us 100% base regen there. 200 health, so we're scaling pretty good off the health. We get more magic damage. But all his health on the W is just a really big bite. You get you heal more the more you max W. So you can see the stats on there. The base heal goes up. And the missing health percent from the lower you are in health, the more you heal. She goes back. I mean, that's another plate for me, so I'm just going to go ahead and take that. Dragon's still up, so I expect the jungler to be there. I'm not afraid. I'm going to keep the pressure. Take as much as I can. Got some action bot lane. Looks like mid lanes here. This is where Lux gets tilted. Yeah, I mean I can understand why, and I guess she felt like Mouse wasn't doing anything about it. But like, if I look at the matchup here, there's nothing going on yet. This is her first kill down here. So I don't think he's playing terribly right now. I think Lux is just just toxic in general. And just tilted, that's just it. So it looks like they win this dragon. Unlucky here. Yeah, I mean, he's making some bad plays, especially when he roamed up here. Though it just didn't make sense why he would do that. Because I was catching the wave. He should have waited until after I caught the wave. Alright, she's going in here. I don't know what she's thinking. I have a Kindle gem now, so ability haste, even more health. Back down here. So I can dive. I can dive it right now. I got my ult, got ignite. Ghost is coming up. Got Trundle on the rift. But this is a free kill. I get another plate. So when I ult, Bambi's going to increase the magic damage. Yeah, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid at all. So get another plate, so it's worth it. I got the whole wave. So he ults, that's fine. I take a tower shot. Get my W on. I do have my ghost. Got my W. We should win. Not enough. Oh, one bite away. Almost had it. Trundle's got it. Nice. And he'll probably take that tower, maybe. Maybe not. Alright, he's not gonna. That's fine. That means I can get the last plate here. Alright. Early lane. Now we got Warmogs. So with just the Bambi, you have the out of combat regeneration. So you can heal to full. So this is where you can dance on the wave. And just let Sunfire Bambi do the job.
Killing spree.
So whatever damage she does to you, you can just walk back and regenerate. And if you get ganked, you can ult away. And right now I'm getting ganked, unfortunately. I get ulted into the tower. I tried to see if I could take it out with Demolish, but unfortunately I just took too much damage there. I actually need Sunfire in this case scenario, because I need armor. Because towers deal, you know, pretty much 80. Look how much damage it is. 314. You can see his stats on the left here. So, opposed to these baby towers, I mean, I'm trying to click on them, but I don't know what, they're not changing this. I guess they're all 331. I think that's false. Are they all 314? They must be. Well, this one actually more. It must be because it's breaking and it's down to last health. It must be based on health, maybe. But either way, towers deal 80. Literally everything. Monsters, most things in this game deal 80, except for the mages. And you know, AP champions. Alright, so it doesn't matter that we die there, we just keep pushing. Nothing to be afraid of. I'm typing right now, by the way. See this long pause? I'm typing to the tilted Lux. She's just typing away and just giving up and all kinds of stuff. So I'm just trying to tell her to keep it cool and, like, you know, let it scale, and she's talking trash to me. And I'm just like, holy God. So I reported her and all that shit. It's just crazy how one person gets tilted over one player in the mid lane. You got 4 other people you can play with, you know? And that's what I tell her. And Lux is getting tilted again there. So we take out this tower. And we can just regenerate and stay here and keep the pressure. Dragon's about to spawn.
Godlike. Shut down.
I think I have enough for Sunfire. That's probably why I'm going back. I do. That's big. And you see 44 magic damage there, so when I ult, it's going to increase. And now we're going to work on our boots, and what we want is boots of swiftness.
Red team has
I call it
slain the dragon.
the Taylor Swifties. So basically, why we want those boots is because we want to be able to have the movement speed and the slow resistance to stay on top of your target. Especially when you have ghosts, you can just run laps around them and burn them. You don't even have to auto attack them; just burn them. Just like I said, this is the dancing bear playstyle. Dance breaker is what I'm calling this. Eventually, we're gonna get the hull breaker with this. So after this, after your boots, you want to focus on getting your mythic item. And here's the case again. This time we're going to fight because we got the armor. There's no way I lose this fight. So we got the big fight here. Alright, Ribbon's going to walk away. And then I'm going to switch over to Garner here with the W. And kite this way to stay away from Ribbon. And then chomp. There we go, my teammates are in here to help. And then all we have to do is regenerate and keep pushing. And because of Presence of Mind, we're able to keep our mana up. So this is a sustained type kind of build. You're always going to have your health up. You're always going to have your mana up. It's one of my favorite builds to play. And probably the only build that I tend to play without a Dorn Ring. I see that Not's here, but that's fine. We're gonna have a fight. We might lose to the mid laners, but you know that's okay. But look how long this fight's gonna last though. Another hook. Got W off. Go into my wave. Ult in. Another W. We should back off. We should bail. Should bail here, yeah. Unfortunately, Kate and Lux are just too slow. They're just not going to make it. And I'm thinking that maybe we can take them. I thought maybe Lux was here, but just not in time enough. I get charmed. Unlucky. I should have waited a little bit longer. So I lose that. Overall, not too bad. I'm getting stronger. Alright, so we got the Swifties, and now we're working on the Mythic. And the Mythic items, what we're doing here is we're getting Radiant. I'm addicted to Radiant. Radiant is really good. So why we want Radiant is because every time Volibear ults, all the increased HP from that item is going to give this more damage. But also, you regenerate with Radiant. You're healing. Not regenerating, but you're healing yourself and your allies. So that in combination with the regeneration that you get from Warmog is big. And all this health on Radiant it's just you're almost immortal. And with the max W and spamming your W, it's just you're difficult to kill during that time. During the 12 seconds when you ult all that healing, and then you walk out of combat, you can just regenerate and then go back in. You can easily walk out with Ghost. So the reason why I'm staying top is because I still have a tower, and I'm always going to constantly keep the pressure. I'm going to dive this. So, yeah, Ignite, Luck kills, alright. So we just chill, we'll just get out of here. Our dragon's up, so I'm waiting for everybody to go there. And I'm going to keep the pressure here. Because you want to force them back, but they're not gonna. So Riven's kind of forced to stay here, which is good, because you want to keep her out of fights. She does a lot of damage to the squishies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk ahead, and I'm going to get the next wave. And I can dance on this wave. Just regenerate. Get my W off on her. And she flashed for that? Oh my god. I cannot believe she flashed for that. And then the mid lane's coming in, so I'm kind of in trouble here. I walked into the charm, that was bad by me. But I tried to get this tower on the way out. Unfortunately, I get stunned here. But that's alright. I could have played that better. But Baron's up, so it's big bear time. Alright, go back to lane. I'm surprised Riven didn't take my tower there. So either way, we're going to keep the pressure. That's my rule. SHRINE BREAKER rule. Alright, so we got some people here. We're just going to walk back. We're going to loop around. I get ulted. That's fine. Got my E-shield. I'm going to walk this way. Take this guy out, and then I'm going to ult over. Boom. Got the ignite on her. I got Ghost, so I'm going to run her down. And this is what you want to do is Swifties and Ghost. Just walk the laps around them. I could have killed her with Sunfire alone. He ults me. I don't know why. Got a double kill there. We take this tower out. And then that's the easy Baron right here. So I can just regenerate. And stay in the fight. My mana is still healthy. So every time we're attacking, Sunfire goes up. So as long as we're in combat, the more it's going to go up. Got the Baron, and now I got my mythic item, Radiant. And this is where you can see, look at all that health. When you transcend, which is your ult part, you transcend during the 12 seconds, you're healing, you and your allies. It's big. So all this health with Demolish is big on the towers too. Right? Look at that. 1,636. That's big. In one punch. Okay. So next item here is we're going to get Hullbreaker. We got the Iron Pot here. This gives an additional 300 health. It gives you tenacity. So all this tenacity plus the rune. I mean, you're just going to run laps around them. They can't really see you that good. And when you ult, they just can't kill you because you're healing too much. And then you got your W in between. You know, all that tenacity that you have. It's a big deal. So we go Hullbreaker at this point because we're getting close to the inhibitors. So we take this out. We want the Jack super minions in combination with Baron is real nice. So we're going to take this out. I'm not really afraid. I'm actually going to ult. Try to kill her so you can see the healing from Radiant. There's nothing they can do. Okay. Got my E. So I got my E there to protect myself. I'm keeping the mid laner back because she's the one that's pretty much carrying the game. Alright, that's a free win there. We get the inhibitor here. And I'm just going to regenerate. Got Dragon up. So what you want to do here is you want to stay top. And I have no reason to leave top anyway because I have the first tower still standing. And this Lux is just spam pinging me, telling me I need to be down here getting this last dragon. Yeah, I know it's the last dragon, but I don't give a shit at this point. You know why? Because I have Baron. And I have the Jack super minions to my advantage here, coming up here. So I want to stay here and have my Shine Breaker moment, or just keep them busy up here. So I go here, Ribbon's up here, so I'm going to have to fight her to the death. I don't have my ult anyway here, so I'm not going to have a Shine Breaker moment. I ignite her. She's somewhat low. I'm going to actually try to take this tower out. Alright, demolish it. Get it back away here. We got Ashy here. I'm just going to waste the time. Let's pause this for a minute. We got two people top. I don't know what they're doing, but they should be fighting this. So let's see what happens here. Kate, I don't understand why Kate's being the first one to walk in here. That's number one. That's a bad play there. Trundle should be, but he's kind of low. And Lux, I don't know what Lux is doing, but it's really bad. But anyway, I fight these guys. I ult in, get the healing from the Radiant. I'm gonna stay on top of this Lux, because I got tenacity and slow resistance, so I should be able to get to her. Got my E to protect me. Big chomp. Lux comes in with the snipe. And I'm gonna keep pressuring. Unfortunately, we're getting outmatched here. So I should be able to kill this Riven. Maybe? Yeah. We got her. I'm trying to get away here. Unfortunately, no shot. But overall, not too bad. We took out two. And they can't really do anything here because there's a lot of pressure going on on the map here. We got mid lane being shoved, bot lane being shoved. So we're in good state here. Wait for me to respawn here. Alright. So now we're just gonna still go top because we still have a tower. Okay. So I'm just gonna hang out here. I'm working on that hull breaker. Let's pause it for a minute. So everybody's fighting here. I could flank here if I wanted to. I have ult, I have Radiant. But when you're in a situation like this, when you get the supers, you're better off just putting the pressure and ending the game. You're just better off. So you can see that they're spreading out here because they know they gotta defend. So I'm gonna try to get a hold of her, and I'm actually gonna ult. If I kill her, it's the end of the game. If I get her, I ignite her, and then I'm gonna ult over. Boom, she's blocked, she can't go anywhere, she gets killed by my teammates. And I got all this healing with Radiant. And I'm just gonna, you know, lay the smackdown on everybody. We get the mid inhibitor, it's over. So I'm just gonna use my demolish. Get this Ashy. Demolish that tower. Riven's dead. They're both dead. Game over, just like that. Double kill. You just danced there in the game there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do my classic Shine Breaker moment. I could have, but you know, with the Lux being as tilted as she was, I knew I had to make that move and take out the threat, which was the mid laner. See here, 12 and 2, and she was pretty much the carry of the game. So I saw that opportunity and I jumped on it. But overall, we call this the dance breaker. And literally all you have to do is just get Sunfire, Warmog, dance on the enemy wave. You don't have to auto attack. And then when you get Radiant, you don't have to be afraid. Just go up and demolish the towers and ult it if you have to get more healing. You got Ghost to get away. and then out of combat, you got the regeneration to stay. So it's one of my favorite playstyles. So it's super tanky. We get the hull breaker to keep the pressure, and all the sustain. You have no reason to go back. And then the last item is Titanic. That's what I usually go. So more damage. All this health on Titanic towards the end of the game. Like if your game is taking forever, Titanic is gonna help you. Lay the smackdown on everybody. And solo, you saw I was pretty much almost 1v9 most of his game. I was just too tanky to kill. Uh, so it's just one of my favorite raid boss type build. But you have to get the right matchup. We do actually have a divine. I'm surprised. Garner is divine in Black Cleaver. So that's interesting. I was not expecting that. But we actually do have divine user in this game. Most divine top laners, this build is probably difficult against. Um, but try to look for a matchup like this. Then you can play with this playstyle. Let's take a look at the stats. Yeah, we put that player. We put it deluxe. System muted, by the way. Look at that. System muted. Wow. Anyway, let's look at the graphs. We did the most damage in the game by far. And then tower damage, that's the most important thing. You got to put that pressure on the map. Objectives, usually when you get the rift, you'll see that go up, or if you're helping with the dragon. But this type build, you're gonna see this. Holy shit! Like how much damage we have taken because of Radiant and Sunfire combination with Warmog. There's the runes. This is the runes that you want to play with this type. For the Dancing Bear, we're not on hit dependent. Okay, we're just walking around burning everybody with Sunfire and the wave and just dance. Turn that auto attack off and just, use your W and your E to survive. Um, you can hit a couple autos there, here and there, but that's really it. It's a brain dead build and play style. It's one of my favorites.